Hey, y'all. What's up? What is up? What is up? Listen, y'all, the family business premiered tonight, and y'all already know it's time to talk about it. Well, not premiered, but y'all know it came on. What's up, everybody in the chat? Hey, Lemon Kush. Hey, Ember. Hey, Karen. Hey, Lighten Up with Letitia. Hey, girl. Hey, LL. Hey, Angel. Thank you guys for coming through. And I'm sure people will start trickling on in as we get to talking about this episode. Now, for all of y'all who tried to watch it this morning, the last part of the episode was messed up, but they have fixed it. So it is up now. And probably in a few minutes, I'm going to actually show the last part of it. So if you watch this on the replay, you probably won't see it because I'm going to take it out. But I'm going to show it on here so we can look at it together because I haven't watched it. I just saw that they put it back up. So we're going to look at it together here shortly. What's the vibe check? What was y'all feeling about this episode? Go ahead and tell me in the comments. What was y'all thinking? I'm going to give it about a 9 on this one, y'all. Like, Sonya came up in there just, that was enough for me right there. And then Donna actually pulled the blicky on somebody. Y'all, we got so much to talk about. I got so many thoughts running through my mind right now. So many thoughts running through my mind. And I'm hungry too, y'all. So I'm going to be chewing and talking. I just finished watching. I give this one a 9 too. Yes, I felt like this was definitely a 9. Yes, Sonya doing her thing. I liked how Nevada Check Jr. Yeah, that was a good part right there. I was like, now it's because he ain't a kid per se, but still, but he got his stuff together, like he said, but Junior, you doing too much, y'all. I don't know, y'all. I feel like this episode made me feel more and more like my theory is right. Like, I'm really feeling like he is not really on the other side at all. So I feel like, I don't know, y'all. I'm really feeling like Junior is playing us. What y'all think? Too, Ember. Like, it was just like over too well. This episode was definitely over too quick, but just in general, like I feel like they be over too quick. I feel like I just want more. Like I really, really do. So y'all, what was y'all favorite parts? Let me know what y'all favorite parts. 8.5, Renee. 8.5. Renee, right? Like, don't I feel like Junior just playing? Like, I feel like he playing in our faces, y'all, for real. Like, it's just, he doing the most. So anyway, y'all, tonight, I'm going to have another guest up here. We're going to be chopping it up. Another subscriber. She also has, I think she still has her YouTube channel. I'm going to ask her when she get up here. We're going to talk about it. But my girl, Miss Alexi, is in the building. Hey, bro.
Hi, y'all. Hey,
how are you?
Hey. I'm good. How are you?
I am good. So we did a vibe check on the episode, and everybody was giving it 8.59. What's your vibe check?
Oh, because I saw it when it first came out at like 12:01. I'm giving BET Plus like a 2, but the overall episode, I'm gonna go ahead and give that like a 9. It had me in the feels. Miss Chippy had me in my feels. I don't know how she be getting that tear duct, but she do every single time. So I'm ready for this.
Absolutely. Now, I want you to introduce yourself to the people. And do you still have your YouTube channel?
I do, and I'm going to answer that question because I heard you in the background. So, for everybody out here, hi, my name is Lexi. The YouTube channel is Lexi Reads. I read energies, y'all, and I took about a 6-7 month hiatus I had to let the things that I was saying come to fruition. And all you got to do is go ahead and check that scoreboard. And that's all I got to say on that.
Okay.
I will probably start it back up around the Christmas time, or no, I'm gonna be cute. I'm gonna try to do it September, October, start it up again on a regular basis. Other than that, I have been a long time subscriber to Miss EJ. She came in, she will tell you that. I fell out of the bushes a couple of seasons ago, and I've been in the background saying, what about this? What about that? So I finally got the courage to come up and talk to Miss EJ about my theories and my thoughts and my plans and how I really feel about this show.
Okay, that's what's up. I appreciate you coming up here. I appreciate you reaching out. You kind of glitching up a little bit, but there you go. I think you're coming back in. But yeah, so that's what's up. So we're gonna chop it up about the episode a little bit, and then we're gonna talk about the theories. Hey Candy. Hey Candy. If you need the link, if you want to come up, you can. Just let me know. Just text me. But yeah, so we're gonna talk about the episode. So first and foremost, the most anticipated moment happened on this episode, which I felt like was Chippy and Junior's face to face, because so many people keep saying, why aren't they talking? Like, why isn't she saying anything? But we realized that they've been trying to give Junior his space. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've been trying to give him his space. What was your thoughts about actually having that moment with them? And yeah, she hit us with that cry face. I love it. That's like the best cry face ever.
So I'm gonna have to put the tinfoil hat on here for you, Miss EJ, because I still feel in my heart, right here, I feel like there's still an underlining kind of plan, plot, whatever, that Elsie let Chippy in on, and they plan, they roll. I kind of feel that way with Junior too. I really feel like when he called her mom, that was a Freudian slip. Like, I don't know who's listening, so let me go ahead and pretend to be mad and angry. The plot has that little crux because she lets him know about the baby. And I did watch your episode or your recap earlier. Y'all, please support Miss EJ, because she be pumping out the content. We be up on Facebook saying things, so please hit those links. But I felt like in the background of it, the baby wasn't part of the plan. And so when the baby came out, because if you notice, when Chippy was talking about, I don't think she'll let me see the baby, she was talking about Donna. She was never talking about Sonia and about Junior. So it's almost like it wasn't part of the master plan. I don't think everything that's happening in these last episodes are part of the master plan. But overall, like I said, she danced on my tear ducts. She danced on my emotions, even at midnight my time. And I was like, okay, Miss Chippy. I mean, she was cold. She was smooth. And then I even thought, I was like, why is she wearing all white like that? I almost feel like she was trying to kind of sort of maybe look like Donna if somebody was way far off spying. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So you feel like Chippy's in on the whole thing. Like, so because I know I was saying that I feel like Junior playing in our faces like this isn't real. Like, he really is working on the inside, and that he really is working for the family. I feel like LC got to him somehow, some way, at some point. But then a lot of people brought up good points. They're like, but what about the Sonya thing? But I was like, he needs to play the part. And I feel like Sonya would soften him up if he just, if he stayed with Sonya, if he didn't play this particular role with Sonya, she would soften him up too much. And so I feel like that's the reason why he's doing this with Sonya. But I really feel like it's just a game. Like, I feel like they got to be the only explanation. Like, because otherwise, I'm just side-eyeing Junior even more. But you think that...
I totally agree. And again, with the whole Junior thing, like, The one thing is he's always been down and loyal. And when you did your synopsis on like episode what 2 and 3, when he was sitting at the table trying to sound like Don Juan, talking about I've always wanted to have this and this, like we all knew, like you said from season 1, he ain't never wanted to wear the crown. He knew what his role was. He knew where his strengths were. So why all of a sudden? And I feel like LC and Chippy knew what he wanted. Like he would have worn the crown. He is Lavernius Jr. So the fact that he didn't want it's almost like they were playing everything close to the vest because LC is doing whatever he needs to do to make sure his family is safe. When he was flexing in the mirror, what was that, episode 2 or 3, when he's talking about nobody's ever going to mess with my family again, I just feel like he's got plans in place, but the problem that we're going to see in episodes 9 and 10 is the left hand don't know what the right hand doing. The left hand don't trust the right hand, and the left hand would be your Orlando, your Vegas, everybody else. Because when we get to the Harris part, I got thoughts and opinions.
Okay. That's what's up. So, I'm sorry, y'all, I haven't eaten all day. So, I feel you on that. Like, seriously, I feel like the same exact thing. Like, I feel like there's this whole plot, there's this whole plan that's been put in place, but Vegas and Orlando have put a monkey wrench inside of the plan. Like, they have literally messed up the plan. And I feel like it's about to be a mess because of it. What's over here? And I feel like it's about to be a bunch of mess because they literally just messed up the plan. They weren't supposed to go down there. They weren't supposed to go to Virginia or wherever the heck it was. And now here we are. You know, so what are your thoughts? You think they messed up the plan or hold on. Oh, go ahead.
They did, and I don't want to spoil nothing, and I don't even know if it's a spoiler, but so I'm gonna be real careful with this next part. This episode was so packed, we don't know who was underneath that cowboy hat on the ground. Now, for everybody who was in Miss EJ's chat last week, days, so on Thursday and Friday, I said the same thing of who I thought Catfish was, because there was a couple of things that were outliers. One, we were told by, I'm gonna always call him Bobby because my mama was a huge Dallas fan. So Bobby was sitting up there while he was smacking on grits and eggs and all of the finer things in life, talking about that Catfish was a senator. But when that sheriff lifted up that hat just a tiny bit, he said that Catfish was a mayor. So what was it? And for a sheriff, I'm doing the air quotes here, y'all. For a sheriff, he up in New York an awful lot of time if he's supposed to be down south. So he got to be something where he got some leisure time. I got my theory on who's underneath that hat. And I say that because I have my mama and my sister all up in this on Sunday. We were all just rewatching it together over Sunday dinner. And they were picking out the hat with the feather and matching it in different scenes and doing all of the things. So I have my theories, y'all. But
okay, so we gotta get into these theories.
I think LC he took care of some business, but old boy had already pre-set up the business. So we're gonna see how this business shakes out.
Okay, that's what's up. So okay, let's jump into your theory then. So let's talk about your theory. So your theory is around, I think you're breaking up. See if you can go out and then come back in.
Oh no, can you hear me now?
Sure. I can hear you, but you're freezing or something. I don't know what it is, but try to go out and then just come back in. All I know is the way the cops pulled up way too fast on Orlando, Vegas tells me that Katie didn't have nothing to do with it. You think so, Alexandria? that he didn't have anything to do with it? Because some people were saying last week that they feel like KD was being a little bit shady. Thank you, Sauce Palm, for joining the channel. I appreciate you. They felt like he was being a little bit shady. But I don't know. Like right now, I don't know about KD. KD is a wild card for me because I don't want to take. I feel like I cannot apply KD from the book. I don't waste stuff all on my shirt. Yeah. Yeah, see how this kind of waste stuff all on my shirt. I feel like I don't want to say that the KD from the book. I don't know if he's really the same KD. It's so weird to me because so much of that has changed. Sup, EJ, everyone. I believe LC knows all about Vegas and Orlando being in Virginia because he was acting too cool. Okay. Oh yeah, he had something to do with it, is what I mean. Oh, okay. I got you. Because I was like, I feel like last week that's what you had said that you felt like he had something to do with it. Katie was way too eager for me too. Okay. Yeah, he was being a little bit extra. Let me see if Lexi can come back in now. Let me see. Hey, you there?
Okay, guys, I'm gonna try it without the camera. Let's see if that works better.
Okay, cool. All right, so let's talk about your theories though, because you said you want to talk about your theories. So hit me with like, what's your first theory?
First and foremost, I feel like Katie was catfish. It just makes sense because you got a sheriff, allegedly, still doing the air quotes, y'all, who is pushing weight down south, doing all the things, covering up bodies, covering up incidences. He was always the first on scene and always knew when somebody was to the upper room from the Catfish Boys or whatever, or the Dixie Mafia. And he was going back to Elsie saying, hey, I know it's you. Please stop. But it was almost like he didn't really know if it was Elsie doing it by hand or by, direction. And he couldn't really pinpoint it. I think that it was a setup. It was a setup that went wrong for Katie. I really do think that he thought he had the best of LC at last supper or last breakfast, dinner, brunch that he had, and Elsie popped up on him. Like Elsie either knew about what he was going to try to do with Vegas and tried to get the upper hand beforehand and then came home, dressed in all black with the lack, or something happened. Elsie got the jump. And the only reason why I'm really, really hanging my hat on this is him reaching out to the lawyer. And I think his name is Christopher. Y'all forgive me if I don't know his name.
Christopher from the Black Hamptons.
Okay. But I feel like he was putting everything in place because he said something to the effect, all of your clients are going to need your help. So who did LC retain him for? Right? Is he going to represent the whole family on different charges, things of that nature? I don't think that LC planned, and this is just my theory, I don't think he planned for Vegas and Orlando to risk it all and jump out the proverbial window to go save daddy. I think that LC thought that either Orlando would talk Vegas out of it or Vegas would try to find another way. What I'm really trying to figure out is why didn't they use Inspector Gadget Nevada to track down LC? Because Nevada can track down everybody else at any given time. So why didn't they just go knock on Nevada's door and be like, hey, find your grandpa?
Okay, instead of out here trying to go find them themselves like that. I was like, what are we doing? But okay, so that's what's up. Hey guys, to everybody in the chat, I appreciate you guys coming through. Hey guys, if you guys have any theories or if you want to talk about the family business, if y'all DM me or hit me up on Instagram, we can talk about it and see if we can get you up here so we can talk about our theories. I'm trying to get a phone number thing going so that you guys can call in so that I can hear your theories and your thoughts and stuff like that. So hopefully I can have that set up next week as soon as I figure it all out. Or if any of y'all know if you use StreamYard and you happen to know how it all, if that can work, shoot your girl a message or something. Help me out. But that's the goal. That's the plan. Because I really want to just tap into everybody's thoughts about this particular. Because I feel like for the first time, we're really going to get a season where we really get like a real cliffhanger with a lot of cliffhanger stuff, because typically the family business ties things up really well, right? You might get like one thing kind of lingering over, maybe two, but you don't have a whole lot lingering over. The family always wins at the end, and then we move on, and then something, you know what I mean? Like last season, we found LC, right? So that was the win. But then Junior comes in, and there's the drama. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like something like that always happened. But this time I feel like we're going to have a lot of stuff. We got Harris out here, y'all. Harris, I told y'all Harris was out here in these streets. You said you had a theory about Harris. What's your Harris theory? Oh, hold on. I think you put me.
See,
oh, okay.
You mentioned it last week on the show. You were like, hey, we keep in mind that LC did say, hey, there's going to be a time that I need you. We're talking about that briefcase. I feel like he activated Harris. And as we get through this episode, we're going to talk about Harris's actions and who may have really activated him. But I really feel like he's on the run from Antonio, and by proxy, what's old boy's name? Dearly departed, the other Dash, Vinny. I feel like he thinks he's on the run from Vinny as well. Because we haven't heard that LC knows that Vinny is gone to the upper room, that information, and again, spoiler alert, in my head, in my theory, hasn't traveled to Harris. So I think he's on the run from certain people within the Italian mafia family, or who they want to call themselves.
Okay. Yeah, well, he definitely on the run from the Italians for sure. But I think LC does know. The reason why I think LC knows is because when Orlando goes to drop Ruby and Little Man off, he says that my dad and Pops and I thought that this would be a good place for her to come. I don't think that he just said that without Pops knowing why they coming. And Vegas don't strike me as the type to keep that from his dad.
Okay.
So I think
I like that.
So I think he might actually know what's going down. Let me go to this chat real quick, see what we got going on in the chat, y'all. Hold on. I am not ignoring y'all. Let me find y'all. I was trying to find that app. Is that something I have to download like on my phone, or where do I download that is?
No, it should be able to be downloaded from the background, on just another page. I'll also, if I find a link, I'll send it to you as well.
Okay, cool. Angel said Donna so dumb. Girl, I've been saying that. I've been saying she is dumb as rocks. No, I just finished watching it. I'll give it a 9.2. Ember, Orange, Sonia, yes. I liked how Nevada checked Junior, 8.5. What up? When Nevada was talking his talk, I was like, come on, nephew. That part. Y'all, we gonna look at this real quick. Hold on, because we need to finish looking at the last part of the episode, because I didn't finish watching it. Because I came straight onto the live. So let me see if I can share my screen. Okay, and let me see. And then I am definitely, this will not be on the replay, y'all. This will definitely be out of the replay. Can y'all see my screen? Hold on. Let me bring it in. My bad. Okay, I think y'all can see my screen. So we finna watch the last part, y'all, because hold on. Okay. So that was the ending, y'all. If you saw it earlier today, then you probably didn't get a chance to see the ending. But that was the ending of it. And you can see it on the screen. Like, you can see them talking, like the captions, but you just couldn't see the episode for whatever reason. So Yeah, that was crazy. So, Lord, like, hey, Bobby Ray, not, 007, I don't want to drop the StreamYard link because they get problematic sometimes. I'd rather do the call in thing. Alexandria, yeah, Katie gotta go. He really do. Where is listen, let Roman say he a G. He ain't got time for these tears. He ain't got time for that. Let me stop sharing this screen so it takes some of the bandwidth out of it. I know. KD is not setting up LC. He thought Vegas knew what LC was doing. He told Vegas to go talk to the senator. Vegas got Curtis to track LC steps. Then he went to Virginia on his own. Okay. Just doing stuff. What up, Kim? What up? Thank you, EJ, for this clip because it cut off short. When yes, it really did cut off short. That was my first time getting a chance to finish watching it because I saw they just put it back up there. But yeah, Miss Margaret gone to glory. Like, she is gone to glory as per Candy. She is gone to glory. She is in the upper room and she didn't even tell him herself. So, what are y'all thoughts? Is Miss Coretta finna be the one to have to tell the story, or is Rio gonna tell it first and then Miss Coretta gone? Because he ain't gonna believe Rio. I just don't feel like he gonna believe Rio. What you think, Lexi? You think he gonna believe Rio?
And this is where I had the side eye. This is why it was not a 9.2, 9.5, or even 10 for me. Because when she was saying it, and I tried to put myself in the morphine, propofol, maybe that's why it's not making sense with the storyline. But it almost sounded like she was trying to say that Roman and Rio were born without Paris because Paris is supposed to be the oldest by canon. Book is going to be called canon, y'all. So by canon, Paris is supposed to be the oldest. She didn't mention Paris once. She didn't ask about Paris once. And I understand, well, maybe that's because she was doped up and all she knew about was Rio for whatever reason. But if we're going by canon in the story, and the way that Roman is not Roman, I'm sorry, y'all. Rio is coming about saying, "Am I adopted? What's going on?" Are you trying to say that something happened and she didn't know about Paris being born, even though Paris was the first to come out? Or like that's the not little, big loophole I see. I want to see how they end it, but in my head, I'm like, how are they going to swing this to say we're triplets when you're trying to make sure that they're twins? And then the way she was saying it is if she gave birth to make Rio ask the question because she was like, oh, I shouldn't have never had you separated. So what? You was going to try to steal two babies? Like, where are we with this?
I don't know. I mean, I just know what the books say. Did you read the book?
I have listened to the book. You have influenced me to listen to the book, and that's why I got questions on this. I'm like, how are we going to swing this? What are
So
we
I
going to
can
be
tell y'all
looking
what
like?
the no, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I
Oh no,
apologize.
that's it. What we gonna be looking like? So please tell us.
So I can tell y'all what the books say about it, so especially now that it's out. I don't feel like I'm being extra and spoiling it for nobody because y'all know who Roman is now. But basically, in the book, the way she doesn't focus on Paris in the book either. For whatever reason, she focuses more on Rio. And I don't know if it's because in the book, Rio and Roman are supposed to look so much alike, right? They're supposed to be darn near identical, right? They're supposed to look so much alike that people mistake that they have mistaken identity. That's how the book version goes. So she doesn't really talk about Paris that much either until we get the full story. Now, in the book, she does tell Rio the full story, like how she stole the baby. She tells both of them the full story. So that's why I'm feeling like Miss Coretta is going to be the one to tell the story. I mean, pretty much if they go by the book, she stole the baby. Like she stole the baby because Chippy was so drugged up that she didn't realize she had a third child. And because Paris was blocking the view, they weren't able to see. the other baby. So the other baby, the doctors, nobody knew about the other baby. And because nobody knew about it, she thought, well, hey, they're not going to miss this baby because nobody even knows that she's pregnant with triplets. They think she's pregnant with twins. And so that's how the book explains it. So I feel like they haven't lingered too far away. They've just made it for television. So I feel like we're going to get something similar. Like I feel like we're going to get, instead of the mom telling the story, I feel like Miss Coretta is going to have to be the one to tell the full story of what happened. And that's why I also said that I don't think that Roman was going to be as upset with his mom as like Junior is upset about the secret. And I feel like that's because his mom has passed away. So he's going to feel indifferent about it. But I don't know. I'm already ready for next week, y'all. Like I'm ready for Thursday because I really need to know what's going to go down. I really need to know how this is about to go.
I really am. I feel like BET Plus owe us, especially those who couldn't wait until midnight daytime. And I feel like they should have just did the right thing and said, you know what, we messed up. Here's episode 9. Here you go.
Hold on, let's see what Ella said. I may have missed this, but what is the reason that episode 8 won't play? It's playing now, but earlier they had messed up the last part of it for some reason or another. We don't know. Stuff be happening. But the last little part of it was missing, but they have updated it now. So you are able to see the very last part of it now. I just played it on the thing. I might spin the block and play it again a little bit later. I'm gonna have to take all those parts out of this video. Hey, NL. Yeah, okay. But yeah, so that's how I'm thinking they're gonna play it. I think that part makes the most sense is to have Miss Coretta tell the story since we done made Miss Margaret, go ahead and since she already gone to the upper room now. I really expected her to stick around and tell Roman the story. Like that's what I thought that's what I thought was gonna happen. But we are where we are with it now, and I guess we're gonna have to roll with it. The other story that I'm excited about is Paris. See, we only got 2 episodes left, y'all, and let's count up what all stuff we got going on. We got the Dixie Mafia situation, and I feel like this story is about to carry over. I don't feel like we're about to tie this story up at all. So we're not going to tie up Elfie and his rampage against everybody. I feel like this is about to spill over. That's what I think. I don't know. Because I feel like, well, maybe not. We might tie up the Dixie Mafia in these next 2 episodes. That might get tied up. But what's not going to get tied up is this war that just got started. Because y'all know that they just started a war. Donna's kill shot on Brother Minister just started the biggest war that's about to happen. And it's about to get crazy. Like, it's literally about to get crazy, y'all. So, for all of you who, I know some of y'all probably know, because I feel like they talked about it in the show, but Brother Minister is part of the Assassin's Guild, right? So, all these assassins that you see, like, he's part of the Assassin's Guild. He's also over the Chi school. So, the school that teaches these people how to be assassins, the school that Paris went to, the school that Orlando, Vegas, the one Sage went to, Naja, all these people went to, he is over that school. Not to mention, he is over the Brotherhood. When he said that you're going to upset my, some of them are not going to be happy about this, that, y'all, and if they do not play this the right way, like, I'm gonna be so upset because Brother Minister should not be somebody you're able to unalive and it just go away. Like, she has to get it. Like, I feel like Donna is going to be unalive in episode 10. I feel like that's where she's gonna go, and then this is when Junior is about to go off, but it's not gonna be on who we think it's gonna be, y'all, because I feel like Antonio and Dominique are about to turn on Donna. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we're about to see a shift. Like, they're going to play their hand. because we know that they not really, Junior ain't really in charge. But I feel like they're about to play their hand by the time we get to it, and this is where Junior's anger is about to come. They gonna take out his mama. Somebody gonna take out his mama, but he gonna feel like it's their fault, and this is where he's going to basically show us what Junior got, But I don't think it's gonna be against the family. I think it's gonna be against the people that take out his mama, because it's still his mama at the end of the day, regardless. I don't know. What you think, Lex?
Here I go, y'all. I'm risking it all here. She may ban me from being up here ever again because she gonna be like, all right, that's a little too far fetched. But here we go. So I think because we didn't see a headshot, I'm feeling some okie dokie is coming on. I believe it's Mr. DeMarcus or Miss DeMarcus, the person who is DeMarcus, who's normally in the chat. Last week they said, hey, wait a second, EJ. We see Brother Minister in the ending scene when Rio comes home, says, I got a surprise, or guess who, or whatever. So if that's the case, I'm feeling some shenanigans, some foolery in my Donna era. I don't know if it was shenanigans on Donna. I don't know if Donna a part of the plan. I do feel like Donna is about to go to the upper room, but I don't know if the war that is about to implode is necessarily gonna be with the Italians. I think that both Dominique and Antonio are about to get dropped off. They're about to get packed up, dropped off, and sent on. I think the war is going to come against Senor Cruz. And this is because of that little droplets that was told to Paris last episode. Remember when supposedly, allegedly, Senor Cruz paid to take out LC? I think that's going to be something that gets dropped off in these next 2 episodes, and that's where the real war begins.
So, okay, hold on. Let me back it up. So you think that Senor Cruz, I gotta come back to the thing. I was saying the thing. Hold on. You think that Senor Cruz is about to be I want to make it make sense to me. So you think that Senor Cruz is gonna be the person that? So hold on. Let me. Okay, so we know that. Go ahead.
I said, I think he's a real traitor. I think he is the one. And I think that little nugget that Curtis dropped off to Paris last week when he told her, hey, this was the person who paid Niles to take out your daddy. And she was like, well, why would Senor Cruz do that? And then it was like pop, pop, and we forgot. I don't think we forgot. I think something comes up in these next 2 episodes. I think it's hot and heavy. But I think Brother Minister, like DeMarcus said, will be in that ending scene credit final shot. And they're going to be like, ha, the plan worked miraculously. The only person I don't think is in on the plan is Senor Cruz. And the reason why I think that is he was real spicy this episode, sitting next to his, flavor of the day, week, hour, brunch du jour. I don't know whether we were at the lunch buffet or dinner buffet, but I feel like he felt like he was putting in work and weight.
Okay. So here's my thing. So if what you're saying is that, okay, so let me backtrack for just a second. He did tell him that Senor Cruz hired Niles to unalive the person who unalived his son, which would be Alexander, which he would be going after Alexander Cora, because Alexander Cora is the person who was responsible for his son's death. So that would be who he hired Niles to, but we know that Niles was also hired by somebody else too. So are you trying to say that you think that Senor Cruz hired him just in general for both of these? Like
Senor Cruz feels like, I feel like Senor Cruz feels like somehow, some way, because and they keep playing it because I played the what is that? The trailer a couple of times last night and this morning preparing for this, y'all. Like I was coming legit. And it starts with Senor Cruz's voice where he's like, he makes kind of a rhyme with LC's voice or name where he's like, long live LC, da da da, something to the, it sounded real shady like from the beginning. And he just isn't as Senor Cruz as he has been last few seasons. And I'm not talking about screen time because we finally saw Detroit Red. But I'm saying I feel like something's off. I feel like he's been putting stuff in the background. I feel like he's going to be like the mastermind behind a lot of this stuff. I feel like LC didn't trust anybody going into the season and he was going to smoke whomever out. And I feel like that's what's happening because if everybody's pulling up the point like, well, Paris or maybe Niles was going after somebody else in addition to her daddy, but Niles knows a little too much. He knew to send them blue roses to LC's house because Paris was gonna get them. Like he know a little too much for my taste. I feel like he did his research. He knew that he was about to wipe up the the daughter of his next victim. I just sums up.
Okay. Listen, I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it at all. Okay. Listen, anything can happen, but y'all, Senior Cruz is like the last person on my list. Like, he's the one person I took. As a matter of fact, he's not even on my list. He's the one person I took off my list of people that would betray LC and that would be behind any of it. I don't know. So this gonna be interesting if that is the
But
case.
think about it. And that's why it would make perfect sense for him to be the one. Because nobody, in theory, like you said, he's been down like 4 flats, especially the 2 flats on his wheelchair. No, he got 4. So the 4 flats on his wheelchair. Normally, he down like 4 flats. But he's been moving real sticky icky lately. And you got to think about it. Sebastian, he got kicked out. Sebastian was like, hey, I'm not built for this. I'm built to move weight. I am not built for all of this blood. We saw how he acted when Baby and Doll passed away, right? He looked squeamish when he had to avenge his mama. You look at Detroit Red, he been ghost for 8 episodes. You look at everybody's saying Juan because I can see the chat. Everybody's saying Alejandro. Juan is too far up on Old Girl. Old Girl's allegiance is with Nevada. If she's always been down for her blood, like the boys that she birthed. So as long as Nevada is Team LC, that's where she's gonna be. Like we know where she gonna be at.
Okay.
It looks like she's still got a thing for Vegas too. I would too if I was her. I'd have to spin the block on my baby daddy.
It is fine. Is that. Let's go to some of these comments. Okay, Lighten Up with Letitia says they gonna give Donna back her maiden name and take her out. Girl, that's the best comment. Like, listen, give that broad back her last name already. She cannot be a Duncan no more. I don't even know why she's still carrying this last name anyway. Can we please, what is her maiden name? I don't even know what her maiden name is, to be honest. Does Brother Minister die in the books? Sally, I don't want to lie to you. I feel like, to be honest, if I'm not mistaken, and I cannot remember if it is Brother Minister or I feel like he actually does some kind of, he doesn't betray like LC per se, but he does some weird stuff at the Chi School. It's in the book, in Nevada's book, and I only read Nevada's book one time, but that's so far down. Nevada's book is one of the later books. So I don't know. I can't remember if he actually died though, but I do know that he do some shady stuff. I believe it was him anyway. It was whoever the headmaster was at the Chi School, and I'm pretty sure he was the headmaster at that time, but he might not have been. So don't hold me on that one. I'm gonna actually research that one, and I'll let you know. We'll spin the block on that one. I hope Brother Minister survives. Listen, I was holding out to that second shot, y'all. That second shot, I was like, well, dang. Oh, so sad. I was so holding out for him. World War, they're coming from everywhere. Avengers, look, that part. If Niall survived, Brother Minister could have too. Listen, NL, that's what I'm saying. Like in my heart of hearts, I'm like, maybe. But they actually showed us the body. Like they showed us him laying there. Now, Ember, I saw your comment, and you know I'll run with your comment for real. Cause you know I'm here for it. I'm here for some far-fetched stuff. Cause it could happen. Donna did hesitate. I would love for Brother Minister to survive. Ember, I'm with you right here. What if Brother Minister wore blood packets and Donna had one? Like, I don't think that's what had happened, but listen, I'm here for any type of way that we can let Brother Minister still be alive. Like, let's just let him still be here. Elijah made it clear that Senior Cruz was trying to find his sons unalive. Yeah. He did. At Ember, that's a stretch. Okay, that would have me screaming. Me too. I would be so here for it though. She said Donna hesitated. Donna's not a killer. What if? Okay, and yes, this is a stretch. Donna saw Brother Minister and formed the plan with him after she saw the phone call. So you're thinking that Donna is like, let me go with the other side because we know Brother Minister got a lot of pull, and so she told him. And then they came up with this whole, and then they came up with this plan. Listen, I'm not even mad at that. Listen, listen, I'll take it. I'll take it. Don't think dude made it because there's still the dude that was supposed to go warn LC. Y'all, it's so much going on. When I tell y'all, my head is like all over the place because it's so many different things going on. And I'm here for a I love a good multi-story type of thing. Like I love that. But when I tell y'all, I got so many thoughts running through my head right now. I'm just like, just so many thoughts, so many ideas. Alejandro may have hired Niles for LC because of his son. Now that is always like, listen, that could always have happened because he still low key kind of believes it, you know. I mean, at this point, anyone but Juan and Senior Cruz could be aiming for LC. Well, that is true, but Juan and LC had a falling out at one time over Consuela. Now, okay, so let me tell y'all the story about Juan. Because Juan and LC are actually real old friends. They're like the oldest of friends. And they are actually friends. So in book one, Juan and LC meet on some old shady stuff because Juan is like running some drugs or something to somewhere, and he get like something happened to his car. And LC, y'all know he into cars. He used to work at a gas station, and so LC let him stay at the house or whatever, outside, wherever the shop or whatever it is. He let him stay there. He let him stay at his house. He let him stay somewhere. I can't remember where. That's not important. But he let him stay with them, right? And that's how they became friends. So they're super old friends. So I am inclined to believe that, but there was a moment on the television episode where these two did have a falling out. So I ain't gonna say it couldn't happen, but I'm with you on that with Ember. Like, I can't see. God, it's hard for me to see Senior Cruz. Dang, Lexi, you really just did a number on me. I appreciate you for that one. I just can't see it, but now you got me thinking.
I mean, to go back to what one person said on the live just now, Elijah did say that the last person, he was very poignant, the last person that Niles was hired by was Senor Cruz. The last envelope that we saw where he got the 50% up front was to go after LC. If for any reason Senor Cruz put it together, because you're saying Alexander Cora. So what if Senor Cruz think that LC did what he did to get at Alexander Cora to get all of Alexander Cora's assets? We saw that happen in season 3, at the end of season 3, when he got the hotel, the drugs, the everything, which led to season 4. Like, we don't know where Senor Cruz's head is at right now. And the fact that Senor Cruz asked LC to go ahead and take out Consuela. And LC denied him purely off of little bit, off of Nevada. Now, in theory, we're like, LC was trying to do the right thing, the good guy, all of the things, avert war. But we don't know where Senor Cruz's heart is at. His heart was with his son. And for his son to die on the day that they were announcing his engagement and all of the things, we don't know what his motive is.
I guess we're gonna have to play this one out. I'm not ready to put Senor Cruz out there like that. I don't know. I'm not ready to see it. But if this does happen, I'm gonna spin the block. They're gonna be like, Lexi said. Hold on. What they say? I think season 8 is going to focus on the war with the Alliance. Yeah, I think you're talking about season 6. Yeah, I think season 6 is going to focus on the war with the Alliance too. And if Carl has already wrote his book, then maybe book 8 will focus on that, because book 7, y'all, and if you're up to date on your books, they are on a book tour right now. So if they're in your area, definitely support those guys. But book 7 is out now, and it's going to be about the New Orleans. So it's going to have more stuff about Levi. I saw a comment in here about Levi needs to be explored. If you read the books, then you probably are definitely going to want to read this one, because I feel like we're going to get our answers. The book come out on the 20th. I already pre-ordered mine, so I'm ready. And then hopefully my girl will be able to get me a physical copy of it, because she's supposed to be going to the book signing. So hopefully that will all work out. Lamont says, nah, Brother Minister is dead. He got shot twice, once up close in the chest. I don't think no one would survive that unless God ain't done with you. I love it. But you're right about it though. Like, it's just something about, like, I just want it to be, but I mean, I ain't really in like super denial, but I also am here for all the theories. If anybody can find a way that they can make Brother Minister still be alive, listen, I'm gonna be right here for it. I'm gonna be like, yep, I'm with you on that one. But I do get it. That's what I'm saying. That second shot was the one for me. I was like, dang, he might be gone, because I was holding out when he looked like he was still breathing. Hey, Marva. I hate that the show gets extra good when it gets ready. I know, right? Just, it irks me. Stick Shift said, could Brother Minister still be alive? He could have worn a vest with fake blood. I mean, that's what Ember say. Ember say them some blood packets, and listen, until they say otherwise, we gonna roll with it. Shout out to Ember. OMG, I didn't get to see when it went off. I mean, I didn't get to see when it. Are you talking about the ending? You missed the ending? Because, you know, I'm going to show the ending again here in just a second, because a lot of us missed the ending, and they just put it back up on the app. I knew Harris was alive. What Unique say on Power, if that body don't show up, they ain't DE. Exactly. Like, I knew Harris was still around. I love the talk he had with his daughter. You talking about Harris? Listen, Harris had me in his feelings on this episode. I know goodness well I cannot stand Harris, but why for like a whole second, child, I was like, well, maybe we ain't got to unalive him. Like, maybe we ain't got to do it. Maybe this ain't what have to happen. You had a theory on Harris, so wasn't it you that sent me the theory on Harris, Lexi?
I do. I feel like Harris is meant to be the next Don Riglio, right? I feel like LC kept him around, is keeping him around for that specific purpose. Once he takes his rightful place on the throne of Rigatoni, he will fall in line. And he gets the best of both worlds, because what did Harris want from season 1, episode 1? He wanted to be in charge of his own mafia-like affiliate. He wanted to be in charge of the Duncan dynasty. Well, he couldn't be that, right? He had 3 people. He had the Kung Fu Kenny to get through. That would have been Vegas, Orlando, and then Junior. If Junior wanted it, it would have been anybody but Harris. but Harris gets the best of both worlds. And LC gets the best of both worlds because he can always play that string with Harris. Harris knows he is only an eyelash away from the upper room with LC personally. Because at the end of the day, Harris still put his hands on London. That's a forever thing. If it ain't LC, it's going to be Chippy. If it ain't Chippy, she got 5 brothers and, I'm sorry, 6 brothers and sisters to handle that light work. So at any point, Harris going to check out for good. I think it's the best of both worlds. I think that's what the long term is. And if Antonio goes, who's the next dash in line? It's Harris.
I mean, he did, quote unquote, make him a Don. I mean, there's no Vinny. I mean, I don't know. That would be interesting, though, if Harris were, because, I mean, that was something that I talked about, I don't know, back in 2022. Would Harris be the next Don? Would they actually let Harris be a Don? You know, and we know the whole thing behind somebody being a Don. You know, it's not heard of as Harris, even though he's part Italian, he's very much Black, you know. So it's not a thing, but Antonio, who I feel like is full of crap sometimes, but he was like, you know, like, this what we gonna do. So if that is the case and he truly is the next in line, that could be an interesting play. They kind of waiting it out, get rid of Antonio, let Harris take over, and then Harris is then over the, but I don't know if, I just can't see the Italians falling in line and following him. But I don't know. They have a respect for their rules, so they might. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if it's all legit. I don't know. That's another interesting one. So basically, what Lexi was saying, y'all, is that LC is the one who's hiding Harris. Like, her theory is that he's on the run, yes, but from the Italians, but that LC has him hidden out. Like, LC is the person that's helping him. So remember, Harris says that somebody in the house is helping him. Lexi thinks it's LC. Who y'all think it is? Drop it down in the comments. I think I'm doing a thing. I think that's gonna be my next video. I have it on the thing about who y'all think is gonna be who is the person that's feeding Harris information. And I'm gonna do a whole video on whatever y'all.
I think it's LC Kung Fu Kenny. And if anyone wants to know who Kung Fu Kenny is, that's the new head of security. And I call him Kung Fu Kenny because at first I thought that the babies, and that was little Orlando / Vinny Jr. and Mimi, I believe that's what they call in the baby now, when they were playing lightsabers in Kung Fu outfits. And I was like, are they Padawans coming from Star Wars? What are we doing here? But then I saw Kung Fu Kenny, the head of security. It's either LC or Kung Fu Kenny who's dropping the info. But considering the fact that LC has a favorite and you can tell Mariah is Harris's favorite, I think it's daddy's love for little girls.
Okay. Let's read the rest of these notes. Let's see what we got. Nevada can see award for this episode. Agreed. I wonder if Harris will be the new op in the future if Antonio gets smoked. Well, I don't know. That's exactly what we were just like, because I feel like Antonio's gonna go. If y'all think Antonio is gonna get got, drop a 1 in the chat, because I feel like Antonio might got it. I feel like he's gonna go. I really do, but it's so hard for me to say,
for you. Question: what if this is part of Antonio's master plan? Because you pointed out something last week on both of your shows. You talked about how he had said that he was supposed to be visiting the upper room in 3 months or less. Mm-hmm. And what if this is his plan? What if Austin disorder things? And even though he knows that Harris is going to play left, what if he wind up playing right once he feels the power? It's too slimy for me.
I don't know. I really don't know, because part of me want to say that Antonio is it's not going to go until season 6, because I feel like for whatever reason this whole war thing is going to travel over into the next season, and that we're not going to get a resolution with it. Like, I feel like that's the thing that's going to continue to travel over, and we ain't going to get no resolution this go around. But if they just go ahead and at least give us resolution with Donna. I just need Donna to be gone by episode 10, y'all. Like, seriously. Let me get through the rest of these comments real quick, and then I'm gonna see what y'all say about it. Then Chippy as the finisher. Wait, what about Sal Dash? Remember the beginning of season 1? I think it was with Sal Dash. Yeah, he gave him half the money, but now Vinny is gone, so he probably would be the only other person who probably knew about that. But they didn't even pay him the full amount of money, so he was never going to finish that job until he was paid the rest of the money. That's a good thought, Eshaquanta. Okay, we were just talking about that one. Even though Sal Dash was killed, I believe he was one that hired Niles. I mean, he did hire Niles, but he never finished paying him. So unless somebody else finished paying him, that would be the only way. I mean, how long ago was that though? Shoot. But I guess that maybe it wouldn't matter how long ago it was, as long as he got the other half of it. I don't know. Because that was season 1, I think, if I'm not mistaken. That was season 1 where Sal hires him. Well, tries to hire him. How you gonna come with half the money? That's just crazy to me. Donna and Brother Minister could have worked out this. So y'all ain't ready to let Brother Minister go, huh? Look, okay, that's what's up.
About
you breaking up.
I mean, he don't even move like in his own garden of herbs and vegetables.
You breaking up.
So why would he just? Oh no, sorry. Let's see.
Okay, try it again. Now try it now. Now it's still breaking up. I don't know. It sounds like you're like in a tunnel or something, like a rubber.
That is so weird. Is this better for you?
Okay, now you sound good. Now say it more. Okay, go.
Okay,
now
perfect. Go. So what I was saying is, Brother Minister doesn't even move in his own garden without backup. At least 2 on his right and left. So why would he have ever willingly have gotten in the vehicle? He don't trust nobody. Yeah, we saw the plot to send somebody away, but you said it last week. You couldn't have texted your bodyguard that information. You couldn't have sent him a smoke signal or code in the temple. You had to say it loud enough for Donna to hear. Like, it smells like a scheme hit us with BS. It just smells like fugazi right now. I feel like Brother Minister here. I mean, you got to think, we saw Sage fake her death. We still want that Sasha faked her death. People be faking their death coming out of the school of gloom and doom and beating up people. Maybe he pulled one of his lessons and he faked his death.
I mean, listen, people do fake their death out here. So, I mean, I don't know. It's just that, but usually we don't see them, because I'm still on the fact that Naja could have faked her death, because I'm still not ready to give up on her. But I don't know. My theory might be out the water, though, because I feel like Naja could. I don't feel like we saw an up close body of Naja. Like, I don't feel like we did. I feel like we saw her go down, but I don't know if we saw more than that. But I don't know. I could be reaching, because I do reach sometimes. Let me see. SAS said, I already purchased my book tour signing tickets in Baltimore. Hey, that's what's up. Congratulations. I hope you enjoy and have fun and all that good stuff. That's going to be exciting. Curtis is actually going to be starting in Baltimore. Ben Stevens will be starting in Baltimore. So you'll get to see Ben in person. Make sure you tell him I said what's up. And cousins to handle Harris and Lexi, to handle Harris. And cousins to handle. Oh yeah, got the cousins too, right? I know the whole family gonna be asking Chippy if she's actually there. I know, because that's what Rio says at the end with the whole Junior thing. They all questioning whether or not they the real kids. I said they doing too much. Remember in season 4, Elsie told Marco that he was going to take care of Alexander and he will deliver Alexander directly to Marco. But they had to wait because they just took over Core International. Yeah. No. Absolutely. But it's like Senior Cruz don't want to listen. He don't want to listen. It's like he don't want to listen. Let me see what the next one is. I'm trying to think back. Where did Antonio come from? He just busted on the scene one day. He is one of the cousins, Letitia. He is one of the cousins. So remember, after Sal passed away or whatnot, he was like over their family, right? But the Don, what's his name? Don. God, I cannot think of his name right now. Because the Don gets unalived, and that's how Antonio gets to take his spot. But Antonio was kind of like over the elder of the Dash family, so to say, if that's a good way to put it. But when the actual Don was unalived, he took his spot and became the Don, or whatever you want to call it. I was loving Nevada on this episode because he definitely read and gathered Junior all the way together. But didn't he? They could have some solution of medication that fakes death. Ember, I'm here for it. I'm here for all of that. Apparently, Niles faked his death in a way. Yeah, kind of, sort of. Brother Minister Donna and Junior fake Brother Minister Donna and Junior fake Brother Minister's death to fool Antonio. I don't want to add Donna in there. I don't like Donna. I'm done with Donna. I just don't feel like she got a good bone in her body. I think Margaret should have
Miss
said.
EJ, can we ask the chat a question?
Yeah, what's up?
Can we ask them who they think the new Niles is, or where Niles is? Because I want to see how many people in the theories.
It's breaking up. I don't know what it is, but it's like breaking up really bad.
Oh no.
Yeah, I can't hear you at all now.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now what'd you say?
No, I was asking, with Niles, do we know, like for certain, as the group, the chat, the community, who do we think Niles is right now? Do we think that Niles has something to do with Bobby the Beast? Do we think Niles is Bobby the Beast? Do we think that Bobby the Beast knows about Niles and he's in on the setup? I mean, what are we thinking here?
Somebody was asking that in the somebody asked that in one of the comments, that was Bobby the Beast in on it. Let me get through the comments so I can get down to the bottom of the comments. I'm trying to get through the rest of these, and then we can see. Then I can see the new comments. I think Marvin should have said he is your twin. Yeah, that might have been better. Don Federico. Thank you, Ember. Him. That would have cleared up that whole adopted mess. Yeah, exactly. What's stopping Curtis from coming back to tell LC that Harris is still living? Not a darn thing. That part. Praying for Lexi's mic. I know her mic is going in and out. We don't want a new Niles. We want a Christian Keys. Oh no, yeah. Oh yeah. We can't have no like actual new Niles, but I think but you don't mean like a new Niles, like a new person playing him, right? Oh, okay.
I'm talking about Niles being, because we got to think when this was being filmed, y'all. Remember, Christian Keys had a little issue. What was that? Towards the beginning of this year, where he felt a way about a Mr. Perry, allegedly, supposedly. He never dropped names, but we all knew who he was talking about. If you know, you know. So maybe because Christian Keys is an executive producer of this series, he fell back on the filming part, but the story is still there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but honestly, I don't really think so. I think that he'll reprise. I think that he's already reprised his roles with just his pop-ups in it, because those scenes that we're seeing are all new scenes, and that's definitely him. Those aren't scenes that we've seen before, so he's definitely filming. So I don't think so. I don't think, but I do hear the theory of like, is Bobby in on it? But I honestly don't think so. I think Bobby is just really feeling Paris. I really don't think he is, but I did see some people asking that, like they were asking like, was Bobby in on this possibly? But y'all let me know in the chat what y'all think. Y'all think Bobby in on it? Louise from Soul Train, Marco Cruz can't betray LC. I don't think so either. Louis. I don't think so either. I don't believe BTB is Niles. Okay. Sass don't believe it. Same for Amber, don't believe. Senior Cruz is the triple OG, the triple star OG, his favorite line. Okay. Triple star OG. I love me some doggone Senior Cruz is my guy. At EJ TV Junkie, I can see Lauren London in the Family Business playing a character. I would be here for that. That sounds like I'll be here for that. I think Sonya should have slapped him in his big square head and told him, like, I was so, like, I'm okay with Sonya being mad and all that type of stuff, but why we just didn't drop the pregnancy part? Like, I was so over that. Like, that was irritating me, y'all. Sonya was going off this episode, and she should have done way more than what she did. I just wish they would have told Junior about what Donna actually did. I'm glad Chippy told Sonya was pregnant. Yeah, and did y'all catch what else Chippy said? This for all my hashtag Donna people out there. Did y'all catch what else she said? She said that Donna manipulates the truth. Manipulates the truth. And that she told him, she said, judging by how you've been acting for these last few weeks, you know, that she told you a different version of it. I've just never, the character Chippy is just not a malicious one. Now, she will get on your ass, but she is not a malicious one like that. So, but Donna is full of crap. And I didn't have no sympathy for that scene, y'all. I'm sorry. I know some of y'all had some sympathy for Donna in that scene when LC left her on that step, but I didn't have none. I said LC dodged the bullet. Good riddance. I'm sorry.
So, Miss EJ, I normally I would shake the table on that part, because that is some deep rooted stuff on why people may have felt the way for Miss Donna, and I'm gonna just say take your feelings out of it. For those who felt the way, it was like, poor Donna, baby, we all don't walk in the same shoes. And Donna definitely was not walking the same walk as Miss Chippy. The right woman won. Whatever booby prize you want to call LC, the right woman won. And that's all to it. But normally I would be like, yeah, that's when people say stuff like that, that's when they've been through similar situations. Not every walk is the same. As far as Donna goes, because I've been asking this question over and over again in your chats, and I really, really want to know your thoughts, Miss EJ. Do you think that Donna still carries a torch, a love for LC, or for the lifestyle that she thought LC was going to provide her? Do you think that she really would have had the 6 and 7 babies? Do you really think that she would have been down to pull that 9, that Glock, that semi for him on a moment's notice? Where do you think Donna truly thought her role was going to be with LC?
I mean, you know, that's an easy question for me. I absolutely, positively, 100% believe that there would be no all these children and I mean, she don't even want to take care. She didn't want to take care of the one kid she did have. I mean, and I'm talking about the one that she actually was able to keep, like, you know, not Junior. I'm talking about Sasha. She didn't want to take care of that child. So what I could not see a future with her and LC. There would be no big family. As a matter of fact, they wouldn't have never even been married for this long. They would have been divorced. Her and Lou were about to be divorced, for crying out loud. He just didn't make it to divorce her. He just happened to get unalive before it could all, you know, come through. Like she just wasn't the person for him, and she definitely not ride or die. She's definitely all about herself. It's just that scene, it humanized her so much to a lot of people, I think, and it made people see LC as not as the good guy that, you know, that he has portrayed. But here's the thing: is that sometimes the best thing to do is to let somebody go when you don't love them. And I know a lot of people want to look at it like, oh, but he cheated. I don't care if he cheated or not. Like, whether he cheated emotionally, whether he cheated physically, it's a lot of people that go into stuff knowing that they shouldn't be doing it, but they'll do it anyway, and then people be miserable. I was just happy that he walked away from it. Okay, she got a broken heart out of it, but the fact that you're still holding on to this 30 years later says more about you than it does about anybody else. And the fact that you actually married someone who did love you and who did take care of you and supported you, but it doesn't feel like that's what you were in that for. It felt like you were in that for the money. And she does care about the lifestyle. She literally said, Chippy is living my life. You know, not Chippy is married to the man that I love, but she's living my life. To me, that doesn't say that, oh, I lost the love of my life. It says I lost the opportunity to live the lifestyle that Chippy is living. That's what I heard. So that's how I feel about it.
See, but I feel like Lou was giving her that lifestyle because, and please correct me if I'm wrong, other than all the babies, I feel like Lou was giving her the houses, the cars, the luxury, the status, the good work, the good perms, the good weaves, the good wigs. Like, I feel like she had all of that. So,
but she didn't have a man who was at the top. Donna likes power. Even Brother Minister says that in this last episode. Yes, Lou is giving her the things, but he don't come with the power. LC is at the top of the food chain. Even though they see each other as partners, we are, when we look at this show, who do we look at as the head?
right, we definitely see LC as the head, not the tail.
And I think that's what she's chasing. I think she's chasing the status of I'm with the boss. I'm with the man. You know what I mean? Like, and
But can I
unfortunately,
be messy? I feel like she won in a way. She did the one thing that Miss Chippy can never do right now. Ever.
What's
She
that?
gave him his junior. I mean, at the end of the day, there can only be one Lavernius Jr. And she gave it to him.
But I don't think that's a win though, because like, yeah, she birthed him, but Chippy was the true mother figure to him. So that kind of makes Chippy the winner. And I could be biased because I just don't like Donna, and I can always find a way to spin it to where Donna is always going to be on the opposite. I don't know. It's just a thing. I need to do better.
No, I feel you on that. And I'm with you on that. But if you step back and you go, gold digger extraordinaire or whatever you want to be, that's the one thing that she will always have over Chippy. And if she had played her role right, that's the one she would have won with. Like, you can never have his junior, baby girl. I did. Thank you. And next. Yeah. Right? And maybe that's why Donna been around as long as she has, because LC was like, she did give me my namesake. So let's go ahead and let her live.
Well, she married to Lou is the reason why I feel like that's the reason why she's around, because she's married to Lou at the end of the day. once you become married into their family, I mean, they try to, they do as much as they can to treat you like family. It's just some deep-seated history with them. It's a little tough. Because look at Nene. I mean, look at the relationship that they have with Nene. You know what I'm saying? Even though Larry tried to unalive her husband, she still treats her like a sister. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
True.
I just feel like, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't see it. I don't look at Donna and see, like, I look at Donna and see someone who gave up her son. I get that she had a drug addiction, like, and I'm sorry if I just spoiled that for anybody, but I'm pretty sure I did a video about that a while ago.
You did.
But I understand that Donna has a drug addiction, and that is going to ultimately lead to why she is going to give up Junior. But to me, that's still like, and because I don't want this to come out harsh or anything like that, but at the end of the day, she was pregnant. When she was pregnant, Donna, okay, so if we just go by the TV version, right? Donna gets left by LC, right? She leaves him. I'm going to leave the book version out of this. She leaves him, and she has to be pregnant then, right? Because LC hasn't spent the block. So she has to be pregnant right then at this time when she got left, right? That has to be, she has to already be pregnant, which means that she then gets on drugs, but why? Like, what is the trigger for her to go get on drugs? Because someone left you and you're pregnant? Like, to me, that's just her making bad choices at this point. Like, I don't know. I just don't like it.
You're not gonna like this answer. You're not gonna like this answer, Miss EJ. Prepare to have your nose, face, lips, and everything turned up. Prepare to roll the eyes. Here it comes. I think it's Donna in her ratchetness. One was seeking attention, and we can't ever put ourselves in somebody's headspace. How they do is how they do. But this character, Donna, I feel like she was looking for attention. She was like, if I get strung out, he gonna come save me. He gonna be my papa bear. He gonna choose me. And when she got too hooked on the crook, oh, well, he don't love me, no way, so he ain't gonna love this baby. That's why I don't want this baby. It became a self-pity party. We see it all the time on Judge Judy, Paternity Court, Law and Order SVU unit, you name it, it's the same old song. We see it on the Shade Room. We see it everywhere. That being said, it's plausible, even though we don't like to say it, but I'm gonna give her this grace. I think somewhere deep down she thinks, keyword, thinks that she was in love with LC. She could very well have been in love with the money, but in her head, her heart, she put it together: money, status, notoriety equals LC. That's what I'm in love with. Because she played the role to Junior just 2 episodes ago, where she was like, maybe if I had been this, then I would be in Chippy's spot right now. Really? You think that her popping a gun was it? Okay.
It's just weird because of the fact that she always goes back to Chippy. Like, it always comes back to Chippy. It's never about LC. It's always about what Chippy took. And it's never about LC. I've just never heard the character say, I lost the love of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't hear those words. We just always hear her animosity, and her thing is always towards Chippy. Something that Chippy took away from her, as if it was as if it was ownership. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
It's just so weird to me. That's where me and Donna just disconnect, because I do actually think that at some point she might have loved him, but I don't think that she was in love with him. I think she was in love with the idea of having someone take care of her, and in love with the idea of what she felt this man was going to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you just see something in him. That's what I think she was in love with. And then the fact that he turns out to be that, and she's still around to see all of this.
Right.
I think that makes it even worse.
And you just hit it on the head, right? We going some soul searching here right now, y'all. Because in her head, she's rationalized, I saw the best in you when nobody else saw it. I saw your potential when nobody else saw it. I knew you was going to be this. Well, no, baby girl. You was trying to dress up a doll for whatever reason, and he wasn't your doll. He had to learn, grow, and crawl and do all the things. And I think that's why people gravitate or dislike Donna so much as a character, because she's either this or that in your preview, in your world. She's not in between. And especially the way she moves, because most people are like, what kind of mother wouldn't have cleaned herself up and taken care of her son? And then what kind of mother goes and marries the brother of her son's father that her son doesn't know she exists as his mother, have another child, and own that child, in a sense, got smoke and static for that girl. Like, it is, Carl Weber did a number, not only with Donna in the book, but especially Donna in the series, in the TV series. Like, we could give him his flowers in person or on video. This is the time, because he did a number, because he really speaking to a lot of folks with Donna as a character, because you either like her, dislike her. It takes a special person to kind of say, I see how she rocking, I see what she represents, because we don't even know what Donna associates love with, because you're talking about, she's never said that Elsie was the love of her life. She's never said she's loved Elsie as a person, as a human being. And what we're looking at with that is, we don't know what she associates love with. If we think that love is monetarily for Donna, then she absolutely is saying all the things we want to hear. But we don't know. We don't know Donna to ever truly love somebody.
That part.
That's where I'm at.
Shaquanta said Donna relied on her daddy too much. Elsie did right to get away from her. Yeah, it sounds like you may have read the book, Shaquanta. And yeah, absolutely. And if we did dig even deeper into the book, if that's the version that you're going with, we're even gonna, like, there's a moment in book 2 where I actually do have where Donna is almost likable, because Donna becomes a real person. She gets clean, right? And she has to get a real job, and she has to fend for herself, right? And in that moment, she's humanized, and you almost like her. But then, then we get, like the person but I feel like people are deep down inside who they always, are going to be eventually, because if you have money and then all of a sudden you change, then that's pretty much who you always were, in a sense, So I don't know, but she was almost likable in book 2, not in book 1. In book 1, she was absolutely not likable at all. But when she helps Lou, when Lou and her have their little love story, when they get together or whatnot, she was almost likable. And I say that very loosely, almost. Definitely don't feel sorry for Donna. Get some therapy. Thank you, Letitia. Saying, like, girl, get your stuff together.
But she said $5 million was chump change. We don't know what $5 million was to her back in the day when she was living under daddy's roof. We just don't know.
Listen, Daddy was a fraud. Daddy was a straight up fraud. He was frauding the government, and this is in the book. Daddy was a straight up fraud. He was frauding the government, and when her and Elsie were supposed to get married, like around that time when they were supposed to get married, her father actually leaves her and her mom. And that's why I said that in the book, I almost get her a little bit, and that's only because her father leaves her. That was a man that she loved and cared about. She adored her father, right? And then he left her. Didn't even think twice. Left her and her mama broken, penniless. So it's always somebody. I don't know who it is. I don't know who you are, but you always be leaving me these long messages talking about Donna just all this Donna love. And I ain't got no problem with Donna love, but you be saying some old crazy stuff. So they always leave me messages. Yeah, they be leaving me some crazy messages. They be like, they always talking about how you gonna say Donna a gold digger. She ain't no gold digger. I said, are we looking at the same show? Like, are we looking at the same show? Talking about Donna don't need no man to take care of her. She came from an upscale family. So that's why I'm saying this, because I did want to just go back, because I wasn't going to respond to the comment because it was just too much. But I'm going to respond on this live to the comment because, look, yes, Donna came from an upscale family, but Donna daddy was a fraud. So if you're, and then they also went on to say that LC came from a family of hustlers and was basically beneath her, right? Like she should have never been with him in the beginning. So if Donna's father is a fraud and he's frauding the system, that makes him a criminal, right? So just because he seems like he's upscale because he's a doctor, don't make him a good person. Which doesn't mean that the other people who live on the other side of the tracks are bad people just because they hustlers. Don't make them bad people. You know what I mean? Like it just don't. So if she no longer, if her daddy left her broke and penniless, then they have no money anymore, right? So now she needs somebody else to take care of her. To me, if you're looking for somebody to take care of you, that's a gold digger. To me, that's my definition. Now it might go a little bit deeper than that, but her actions with Lou, the way that she reacted about that measly little $5 million, like all of that screams gold diggerish tendencies. But I've been holding on to that one for a minute because they had sent that message a while back. I was like, I'm gonna respond to that message one day.
Miss EJ, you just opened up a can of worms that if you ever, and I mean ever, want to go into the whole Lou, Sasha, and Miss Donna debacle, I got your back, because we have some questions in the audience. What happened to all that money and the stock and the notoriety? And yes, y'all, your prayer has been answered. As you can see, I plugged in my actual microphone, so we're gonna make it do what it do. What happened to Sasha's benefits? What happened to her package when she supposedly allegedly went up to the upper room? And why wouldn't LC try to protect that benefit package at all costs by a fakery, a phonery of an upper room meeting?
Well, here's the thing. I don't feel like they've ever addressed that. And I can't go from the book because guess what? The book can't address it because Sasha didn't die in the book. Donna did.
And that's why I'm asking the question.
So we gotta see if she was the benefit, if she was the person that she left it to. Did she even leave it to her? Did she leave it to somebody else in the family? We know that they weren't really on the best of terms, and I just can't see a world where she would leave any of the family business shares to her mom. Like I just don't see her doing that, just from the standpoint of knowing the history of what Donna and this family is. Lou's shares are a pretty big share of the company. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like a small share of it. So I can't see her doing that. But once again, I don't know. But I don't see it.
But what if it was by default because she is the next of kin? You know how our folk are supposedly, allegedly. I don't subscribe to this thought, but I'm just saying, supposedly, allegedly, we don't have our stuff together and we don't have wills or power of attorneys or living wills, breathable wills, as they like to call it, where you say what's going to whom when you of sound mind and body. What if Miss Sasha supposedly, allegedly didn't have that? Then by default, it would go to next of kin, which would be the mama.
I mean, that is true. That is very, very true. That is a possibility, unless I mean, that is very true. I mean, that could happen, but I just don't see that because I see this family as a family who they had their own family lawyer. I just don't see that happening. Like I can see that in, regular normal families, but I don't see that in this type of family. But it would be interesting to see, but I don't even think we're gonna even get that far because I don't even think that's gonna be a thing. I think that she's gonna die. And so
that's why I feel like Sasha coming back. I'm on team Sasha in hiding somewhere because brother Elijah he still looked crisp. He looked clean. He didn't look like he was still forlorn and, depressed. It looks like he may have got him some on the side. It looks like he's refreshed and rejuvenated. So
I don't
I feel like Sasha gonna come back.
I mean, who knows? She might come back. Listen, we didn't see Sasha's face, so I'm never going to say never because we didn't see her face. So, it's always a possibility. Ember said Donna riding all these men and still can't have Chippy's life. I mean, crying out loud, she was with Detroit Red. So it's like and then just to go back to that comment about the hustlers and stuff like that, like Donna literally has chosen a man who was a hustler at every moment, and she's had a choice at this point. She didn't have to be with Lou. She knows what Lou does. She knows what Detroit Red does. Like, come on now. Like, this is the people that she chooses to be with. Like, that's who she is. Donna is all about. Thank you, Shaquanta. I've been saying that for the longest. Y'all need to go find them comments that people be leaving me in specific and respond to them, because I'm telling you, I just can't respond to them all.
Miss EJ, wasn't it you who blessed us with the knowledge that Detroit Red has a degree from like Harvard, Yale? Like he got that incognito personality about him.
I think that might have been somebody else that was up here, because I don't think I was the one who I think it was somebody else, but I don't know who. Was it Letitia? It might have been Letitia, because she be knowing a lot.
Yes.
Calling her a home wrecker when there was no home to wreck. Crazy. Thank you. How's she gonna be a home wrecker? Like, y'all be reading my inner spirit, because listen, my inner spirit be there. This episode is still unavailable on Prime Video. It's on the regular BET Plus app, y'all, right now. I don't know about the Prime one. Maybe it's going to take a little bit longer for the Prime one, because the Prime one was messed up too. Because let me tell y'all, your girl was out here perplexed. I was like, well, if it's messed up on the regular BET app, it's probably not messed up on the Amazon. So I done downloaded the Amazon version of it too. Now I got 2 subscriptions to BET Plus. Now I had to cancel it, and they won't give you your money back. So I got a whole month that I done paid for, and it was still messed up. Ugh.
Hit me up in the DM. I got you on Amazon Prime. I got you on Stars. You let me know. I'll share that.
Okay, that's what's up. Donna is the kind of person who would have everything and said, "Thank you, Amber." See, Amber, you be reading me. We be here for real. Lou was in the streets, though. Absolutely. Well, I mean, when you say was in the streets, are you talking about like with them girls? Listen, if you're talking about that, Lou been that. Now, Lou likes his women. But it ain't like Donna went out. I'm pretty sure Donna was out here doing her thing too. I'm telling you, there is never going to be a time when I'm going to give you a good thing about Donna. I'm just going to, it ain't even have to be true. I'm just going to say it because I'll be extra with the Donna hate. I do not like Donna. Donna wanted power. Absolutely. Brother Minister said it. He read her all the way. Lou gave Donna, hold on. Lou gave Donna everything that she wanted from, Exactly. And she still wanted more, and she still find herself in this mess. And now she about to find herself 6 feet under just because she extra. And she could have just been somewhere living her best life, sitting by that pool, doing nothing, because she ain't never did nothing. Like, seriously.
Now, Miss EJ, everybody's been talking about the Sonia thing, and I'm going to tap in and let y'all know I feel a way about Sonia and her actions. I do want to give a special hand clap to Nevada, or the actor, Carl Weber's baby boy. I want to give a shout out to his acting coach who helped him through that scene and actually helped him to deliver "You to Go." If you can go ahead and pick up Roman so we can see at least a tear or two, shout out to that person who wrote that in the chat earlier today. Yes, you were absolutely right. Where was the tears? He couldn't even squint a tear out. That was very sad. But Miss Sonia, I was riding for you. I was ready with the Vaseline and the Chucks to stomp on old girl just on GP for you, because I knew you was with child. I was ready on go. when you was in the brothel. But then when you got outside the brothel, I was like, wait, what? What is this? Why are we asking him anything? Why are we asking Junior what he wants? He should want not to be popped upside the head again. He should want not to get his knees kicked in. Those are the things he should be asking you for. But yet you was asking him, begging and pleading. No, baby girl, I was confusion. On that part, I was confusion. I'm mixed on Sonya's portrayal of the betrayal. How are you on that, Miss EJ?
On the, did you say on the betrayal?
Yeah, like on just her portrayal of the betrayal. Like I was with her until I wasn't.
I mean, because I heard somebody else say that too, that it was something that she said, and I can't remember the exact words. They was like, I was with her all the way up until this. And then I was like, I mean, I feel like she's just a woman that's hurt. And then she find out about, her boo up here. She trying to give him space, right? Because he say he needs space from this situation, but you out here taking space with these hookers. I mean, how disrespectful is that? But she was reading him, right? Like she was reading him good, but then something happened with the read. I was kind of with them. I was like, what happened? Like we went into a
right. I was like, wait. He doesn't get to have an opinion for the next 48 hours at least. Every time he blinks, you need to be in his face. Like I didn't understand that. Like because the unfathomable old girl took a picture of him and her. So he had to be in the picture. So he knew when the camera said click, click. So that was the ultimate.
She posted it. That's his problem. That it's not that he don't know that the picture was taken. He didn't know she posted it, and which is stupid because y'all at a brothel. Who posts pictures in a brothel? You got all sorts of married men up in here. Like who does that?
Who take a picture at a brothel? That she had me at the disrespect on taking the picture, bruh. Why did you pose? Like like all of that, and I felt and I understood that Miss Ma'am, we don't know her name, so we gonna say old girl number 2. She was playing her role to the tilt. She felt in that moment she was getting paid to do a service, so she did said service. I got you. High five. But Junior, you know you got a wedding band on. You know you got somebody carrying your last name, whether y'all estranged, afflicted, whatever. Why did you pose for the pic? Like, and where was her energy all the way through? And I didn't understand, and this was the part about Chippy I didn't understand. That's why she danced on the tear ducts. She didn't make them swell. Why did she say she may be pregnant? You saw the sonogram. You know there's a baby Duncan. Why are we saying if, maybes, and gotchas?
I mean, I feel like she also hasn't had a confirmation of it in the sense of she don't know if she done went and got rid of the baby either. Because I feel like maybe London might have went and talked to her. You know what I mean? Like possibly. I mean, because if I'm London, I'm definitely going to go tell Chippy the conversation that I just had with Sonya. So I don't know. I wasn't really mad about the words that came out per se. I was just happy that the words came out, if that makes sense. Like that finally somebody said something because his face changed. Did you see his face change? Like yes. His face actually looked like, what in the world? That's what also makes me think that Junior might be playing in our faces. Hey, young champ, yes. What's up? What's good? When the Islam brothers found out about Brother Minister, Donna got some splaining to do. Listen, I'm telling you, young champ, when I stand 10 toes down on this one. If it doesn't go this way, I'm gonna be so upset because it won't make sense to me. But y'all know I'm still gonna rock with it regardless. But Brother Minister is too important for Donna not to die, y'all. Like, he is too important. He got too many roles. He wear too many hats. He got too many people. She gonna die. She out here. It's just ain't no way. And if she don't, something ain't right. Or somebody got to really protect her. You see how history repeating itself? Donna didn't want Junior. Now Junior don't want her baby. And now Junior wife don't want her baby. I mean, only because Junior acting a behind. But you're right, though. If Brother Minister is really gone, then Donna's marked for... Yes, Amber girl. I told you we'd be here. Did they fix the ending? Yes. I'm going to play it again in a second, young champ. I'm going to play it in a minute. Donna was hurt and self-destructive at that time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's fine and all, but sometimes I'm just, oh gosh, I hate being this person because I just like, I get it. Like I do. Yes, she was hurt and she was self-destructive, but once you know you got that seed in you, once you know that you got that baby, it just feels like something should have clicked for you. And that just further let me know how selfish Donna was. Like, I just feel like there's a selfishness that comes with that. Like, I feel like there was this, I already feel like she's super selfish, right? Like, I feel like she's mad selfish and that she's just so all about herself. But I feel like that just further solidified it, that she is super selfish. Like, just so selfish. Marsha syndrome. Amber, I think Junior know that and talked to Donna about it. All I think that the shooting was staged. Okay. Like, we still thinking this stage. Donna feels defeated because Chippy took something from her. But she didn't take something from her. That's the whole thing. This man chose Chippy. She did not. See, hold on. Let me... Okay. You cannot take a person from somebody. Like, you can't, y'all. Like, seriously, you cannot take them from, like, he chose to be with her. Like, he chose to be with her. And I know it feel like Chippy, like, took him, and I know I said it in a jokingly way in one of my videos, but I really was joking. I really feel like he chose Chippy. And in theory, you would think that Chippy wouldn't be his choice because of what she was doing. That's why you know that he was in love with her and that she was the one, because despite all of that, he still chose her over her. I guess you could say, because I mean, they was together. I don't know. It's just one of those things.
And again, I'm Team Chippy all the way. I'm Team Get Right or Get Flight all the way. But the question can always be posed. What would he have chosen if he had known about Junior? Like, if she had been, I don't know, an adult.
Well, we can say that. And here's the thing is that we've known LC to be a man of good character. And the reason why, and I'm going to go to the book on this one. In the book, LC kept going along with the wedding situation. He was going to marry Donna because he asked her. He was going to do it out of an obligation and out of doing the right thing. It wasn't because he was in love with her anymore, because he had fallen in love with Chippy. Was that right or was that wrong? Did he cheat on Chippy? I always say no, but the truth of the matter, not Chippy, did he cheat on Donna? I always say no, but the truth of the matter is emotionally, yes. And when I went back and read the book, I was reading a chapter today because I was going to do this video about Big Shirley so we can start getting ready for her character. But I was looking at this one particular chapter. I mean, LC did. He did cheat. I mean, he did. And it is what it is. But he never went all the way. He just did some other stuff that I can't say on the YouTube, but y'all use y'all imagination. Okay. He made her feel good. Okay. So he makes her feel good. Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, and that is cheating, but I used to always say that he never cheated, but I forgot about that one part. So I went back and read that part. And I was like, but at the end of the day, he had already checked out emotionally with Donna anyway. So he was already emotionally cheating. So I'm not saying that LC isn't wrong. I'm saying, why are we so focused on Chippy and not LC, because he's the one that was in the committed relationship. He's the one that was the one who made this promise. But to go back to your question, Lex, I feel like there's a I feel like there's a 50-50 chance. At this point, he's completely in love with Chippy, but LC is a man of about doing what's right. He could have definitely married Donna if he had known that she was pregnant out of trying to do what was right. Would he have loved her? No. And somebody else made a point. They said that not only would he have not loved her, but he probably would not have been faithful to her either. But I don't know that, because I feel like LC would have.
Right. I don't know, because we know that the Chippy and the LC that we see on screen, they love them some them. Like, that's the end all be all. There's nothing better than those two together. I don't know just the character and the caliber of man that is portrayed by Ernie Hudson. We'll say it that way. I don't know that Elsie would have stepped out on her, much like Lou. I feel like they'd have been miserable. They'd have hated her guts, but they may not have stepped out on Donna if it was Donna. I don't know.
Lou is a roustabout. Lou will step out in a minute. Lou is not the faithful man. LC
well, I'm going to say
is.
TV Lou. TV Lou looked real loyal.
That character, Lou, he's the one who, like, the whole Hellfire thing, like, that's his thing. The brothel things, like, that's what he do. Like, that's what he does. That's the whole reason why Elsie even meets Chippy, because that's where Lou hangs out at these brothels. That's what he does. But
question, have we ever seen Elsie in Hellfire?
No, I've never seen him in Hellfire on the TV show. Now, that's one place you ain't never seen him at. But once again, LC doesn't need to do any of those things. He got people. He is the man, but Lou has a membership to the thing. As a matter of fact,
Lou card.
Yeah, like how Junior was.
So crab legs on Wednesdays.
Let me get to the rest of these comments. Let me see. Okay, Ember said, did she take something from... See, Ember, that's why I know me and you'll be here, because we said the same exact thing. Or did that man make a decision of his own free will? That part, Donna was engaged with LC at the time. Yeah, she was engaged to him. But just because you're engaged to someone doesn't make it like it doesn't make ownership. You know what I mean? And it doesn't mean that you can't be unengaged. I mean, just like but they're not married yet. They're just engaged. I mean, I've seen people get engaged and then get unengaged. Then they're like, oh, they done. You know, now they're not engaged no more. Then they done got engaged to somebody else. Like, to me, that's just the formality before you get married, per se, if you even make it to the marriage. I mean, I just think, my little brother got engaged and it was over just like that. But he went through the whole process of getting down on a knee and all that type of stuff. And then next thing you know, he wasn't engaged no more. Like, it happens. But I get it, though.
So
Elsie made a choice. Chippy's great, but she doesn't have magical powers to change a man's mind.
We don't know. We don't know.
In Donna's mind, Chippy was competition, and Donna feels she lost. Now, that I wholeheartedly 100% agree with you. She does. Chippy was competition to her. And I think for Donna, and this is just my opinion, I think for Donna, it was more so of the fact that we're going to use this loosely, but she lost to a woe. That's where the real problem comes in at. We're not even looking at where Chippy came from and her background, but at the time that all of this goes down, Chippy it's the truth. She worked in a woe house, and she was, selling her body in exchange for money. So we can't say that it's not true, that that's not what she was, but I think that's more so. I think that makes Donna even more, don't know if I want to say arrogant, but I think that like that pushes the button more, like that makes it worse for her somehow. So I do think that she feels like Chippy was competition, but she also, I think she feels like, but how is she competition? How did he choose her? You know what I mean? Like, you ever like been in that situation where you like, dang, how do you choose them? Like you, or you see some, or maybe you've even seen it where you see two people together and like maybe it's a triangle or something. And you like, but how did he go with her instead of her? Like, I feel like that's what Donna was with it because she felt like she was better than her. Like, I really feel like she thinks that she's better than Chippy at the end of the day. Okay. Yeah, I really do
I
feel like
agree
she's
with you
better
on
than
that. Chippy, if I could sum up Chippy as a character, she was down for the man. And I feel like Elsie saw that from the beginning because her backstory, she was down for Big Sam. She was down for love. She was willing to ride or die out for love by whatever that definition was to her. And I think Elsie saw that. I don't think Elsie as the character saw that in Donna. Donna was ride or die finance status, the means, the measure of it all, not the man.
exactly. No, wholeheartedly, 100%. 100%. Let me see where I was at on these comments. Donna probably placed all the chips she had on LC as a trophy. I agree, NL. I 100% believe that Donna didn't love LC, just what he could provide. I believe that too. I believe okay, so I believe all of the above. I think there may have been a time when Donna loved him in a sense, or what she perceived to be love, because it does go back to what Lex was saying about what a person, what their thing is, like what they believe is love, and I believe that Donna's version of love, maybe she did love LC, but that would speak to what she considers to be love. But if we go through the book, there's so many times when we hear the character say that Donna doesn't do this, or she doesn't look at him like this. Because he even in book 1, he says to Sam, because Chippy and Sam were a thing. You were just talking about that. Chippy and Sam were a thing, and or whatever she thought they was, and Chippy says, Chippy, I guess, however she looked at Sam, because she really loved him. LC tells him like, that woman really loves you, and he says something. He was trying to warn him, right? And when they're like at the library or something like that, he tells her that he wished that his girl would look at him like that. That he wished that his girl looked at him like she loved him. The way that Chippy looked at Sam. So there are multiple times throughout this whole relationship where we saw that although they were together, LC didn't feel seen. He didn't feel that love. Like, he knew it just wasn't right. And I don't know. I just think I think that's what I love about this character, is that he chose to not be unhappy. Sometimes we try to do the right things because we feel like they're the right things to do,
Right.
because, we already committed to this, or we said this. But he was brave enough to say, no, I love this woman. When she looks at me, she sees me. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people want to say that,
Right.
Donna was lifting him up, yada, 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 in this whole television episode. I just wish we could take away that television episode, to be honest. I wish we could just take it away.
I don't see Donna like that. I saw her as trying to make the man that she thought she needed. Does that
That's
make
wrong.
sense? Like, I feel like she was trying to mold, and she was trying to Pillsbury Doughboy it, right? Kind of like what she's trying to do in the TV series again right now with Junior. I'm gonna mold him into this great aficionado of all things that are criminal. I'm gonna do all of this. She doesn't know how to play her role. And again, y'all, this is going on so many levels. She don't know how to play her role in that sense that we're told we're supposed to do, but kind of play it both ways. She don't know how to play it both ways. She don't know how to mold and grow, but also follow. And I think she wouldn't have never followed LC in the way that Chippy has, right? Because Chippy don't want for nothing. I ain't never seen a woman so luxurious, not even on Housewives of Orange County or whomever, just stay in the house and look freaking fabulous all day, always. Like she got a different wig every single day. She probably got 3 wigs per day, quiet as it's kept. But she put in that work with LC. And I think LC never saw that portion in Donna. He saw the drill sergeant. He saw the person who was going to tell him to make all the decisions, but he didn't see somebody who's going to put in that work. And that's why I think people gravitate towards Chippy as a human being, because they saw, no, she loved LC, whether LC got $1 in the bank or 100 million. She loved her some LC and she gonna ride out.
Yeah, absolutely. Angelica said Donna is not the first woman to have it. Angel, you so crazy, but that is true though.
Oh no,
that is true. Donna has gold digging pro energy at the beginning of the season. She went off to a party with a man and came back when he didn't stack up. Like that part, I was gonna say that, but I was like, I'm gonna let that one go because I definitely remember that. That was crazy. Donna is not the first. Oh, okay, we said that one. I'm pretty sure Sasha was a part of a family trust. That could be true. Could it be Sasha sending Paris the blue roses? Somebody said that, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what would be the purpose. And I don't know if she ever knew about Niles. KJ Smith is busy doing sisters. That is probably why she was unalived. Well, but they could have just respectfully just left her, like sent her off into another country somewhere. They didn't have to try to unalive her. But Andy be doing stupid. Y'all so silly. Those are Donna's types. Okay. Oh, that was me. Yep, I was right embering. In the book, when Donna first met her son Junior at about 4 years old, and he asked her, "Who are you?" Donna said, "I'm Donna." She never wanted responsibility of, because I feel like, okay, and that's another thing, Angel, is that if she really wanted Junior to know about that, I feel like this is when you should have had this conversation then. Like you should have made it to where they told him about it then. Like this is when you should have pushed the button or pushed them telling him if you really wanted him to know about it. Because she does when her and Lou are trying to solve this whole murder. Maybe she murdered, maybe she not. In the second book, Lou's mom is said to be murdered, but Lou doesn't believe she's murdered, so he enlists Donna's help. And they come to Chippy and LC's house, and she sees Junior, and Junior asked who she was, and she told him to call her Aunt Donna. Now, I feel like at this time, if you wanted to be a part of your son's life, because you are clean now, you could have talked to them. Like you could have said, "Hey, I think it's time that we tell him." But that didn't happen. You didn't do this until after your daughter was unalived and after after Larry threatens you, then you come and now you want to push the narrative of telling him the truth. There were so many times that the truth could have been told. And don't get me wrong, because I feel like Chippy and LC should have told him a long time ago, but I'm only speaking to Donna right now. But I feel like Donna should have said something. Like she could have said something too. Like she could have set them down and said, "Hey, we need to talk about. We need the same way she came then is the same way she could have went then." Like it's just she just didn't, and she wasn't even a mama to Sasha. So there's that. Sonya is hurt. Absolutely, discretion is important. Yes, KJ Smith was okay. Sonya wanted to make sure now that she was comforting him, she would leave him to include getting rid of the baby. I don't think she gonna get rid of the baby though, but I think that she gonna go to the place because we see the picture of her at the place, but I don't think she actually gonna get rid of the baby. Sonya was unsure of keeping the baby due to her estranged husband. True, KJ Smith will find it. Yeah, she's definitely super gorge. EJ, you are funny. You know, I try to be. I'm hashtag Team Chippy, but I'm open to seeing other women's reactions to a loss, especially being pregnant by someone you love. Yeah, I mean, I just don't like Donna. Like, I'm being 100%. I will always have I just always have something extra to say about Donna. But I am typically very open to seeing both sides and trying to look at it from both angles. And if I'm just not being like just anti-Donna, if I were to just look at it from both angles, even when I look at it from both sides, and this is me being, because I can lay down my anti-Donna for just a second. I get that she cared about Elsie, and I get that they were about to get married, but I feel like the real reason why she's so upset is that it was a pride thing, is that a woe took her man, and that's where I'm talking as Donna, like the audacity of a woe to take my man. So I see her being angry. My problem still, even when I'm laying down my anti-Donna thoughts, are you supposed to come from this upscale home, and you're supposed to have all of this great upbringing, but the first thing you do while you're pregnant is turn to a drug because a man left you. Like, it would be different if it was like something that was just going to be so life-changing that it was just like death maybe, but a man, people leave people every day. I mean, it's true. Like, so that's the part I didn't get. That was my part.
And that's why I'm wondering why people are giving so much grace to Sonya. Because at the end of the day, Sonya is carrying a Duncan. Whether that Duncan be a boy or girl or whatever God graces it to be, it's still going to be a Duncan, which means that baby ain't going to want for nothing. Not as long as Chippy and them are around, and they don't have a question about the paternity. So I'm with everybody else who's like, why is she just trying to, it doesn't matter how Junior is being, because guess what? Is she carrying Lavernius the third? Lavernius the third is going to take Junior's place if he really fall out of line. That part I don't agree with, not because of personal biases. Your body, your choice. But I don't understand the thought process behind Sonya even having that conversation, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I just think she real mad right now when it all comes down to it, and she's so upset that, you know, that she's just like, she don't know what she want to do, and I think that she's emotional. And I guess maybe she don't want to bring a baby into the world if, you know, and be tied to him for forever. I don't know. Like, I really don't know the thought process behind it, but I can understand why she would be upset and why she might want to make this choice. I mean, he's not the person that she thought he was, you know, and maybe this ain't the person that she want to bring a child into the world with.
But she was calling the baby little one and all of the things before she found out about old girl in the brothel. So you telling me it's about the old girl? Not you, Miss EJ, but storyline purpose. You trying to tell me it took Thotty with a body in the brothel to make you feel different when just 48, however many hours in the storyline ago, you was still sitting up there talking to your little bun in the oven and looking at the pictures and stuff? Like, come on. Like, it be one way. That's the way I am. Like, if you was riding out for this child before you thought about Thotty with a body, do it so after.
But maybe it's not that. Maybe she could think about it like that because she thought that he just needed space from the situation. But now he's actually cheating on her, which is different. You know, it's different when somebody cheating on you. Like, if you ask me for space and you're trying to process that's one thing, but then you go out and you actually are cheating on me. That's like a whole nother thing, because I feel like Sonya can forgive him if it's just the space that he needs and he just being extra like how he's been, right? I feel like that's forgivable.
Mm-hmm.
But now he's cheating. That take a different type of forgiveness. And I don't know if I don't know if I got that type of forgiveness in me per se. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I guess I move different and my thought process is different, because when he told me he was busy and he wouldn't let me in the house, I would have thought somebody was there anyway. So I'd have been on go from there. I don't know. That's just me. That's me and my trauma bonding. But when I would have heard that whole like, oh, I'm busy at the moment, call before you come. The next time I'll be like, well, who is she? Let her come to the door. Let her be about that life. I'd have called it out right then and right there. But that's just me. It could have been a puppy. I don't care. I was going to find out. But that's just me.
No, I get it. But I think that she just really didn't think he was cheating. Like, Junior doesn't strike you as the cheating type. If we really think about it, it's so out of character for him. Like, it's not in his character to really be cheating. And I think this is why so many people are angry with the character, because it's not who we've grown to know over these last 4.5 seasons now. But all of a sudden now you out here about this whole different life. I mean, when he first talked about this job, and his dad told him, he was like, you're going to be at the brothel quite a bit, yada, yada, yada. Remember when he had that conversation with him, when he wanted that job, and he told him, that you're going to have to be at the brothel and stuff like that. And about Sonya, and Junior said he could handle it because that wasn't Junior's character to cheat. So I don't think it ever dawned on her to even think that he was cheating. That's what I think. What y'all think in the comments? Let me know if y'all think the same, or do y'all think that Sonya, do y'all think Junior has a cheating mentality prior to all of this, before pre-Junior, not this Junior?
Miss EJ, I feel like you just cracked the code right there. You just said it. You said everything. Elsie basically been playing in our face since whatever episode, whatever season that was, when he said you're gonna have to be at the brothel. Is Junior not doing everything that Elsie said he was gonna have to do in order to play his role?
He didn't say he had to cheat. He just said that you was gonna be there, letting him know that,
But have we seen him literally knock boots, or have we seen him like kiss, hug, touch, rub, and then they wake up the next morning fully clothed?
I mean, they don't be fully clothed ever. And it seemed like we definitely can assume that they've been doing the do. I don't think we really seen, I don't think they've had like a whole bunch of those type of scenes on here. I think I could really count like a good, they don't really do a ton of them, but I'm going to go with the fact that he definitely going through with it.
I mean, we've seen Orlando and Ruby, and Orlando and the other old girl. We saw Curtis, eat his snacks, as we'll call it. Who else have we seen? Didn't Vegas knock it out of the park when he first got released?
I can't remember. In the book he do, but I don't know about in because I begin everything be overlapping for me at this point.
We've seen Paris do cartwheels. We've seen London do cartwheels.
Yeah, but
Chippy and LC.
I mean, we've seen him and Sonya. I mean, we have seen it, but I'm just saying, they don't have a ton of full on, I feel like we've seen enough to know enough.
See, I agree with you.
I don't care if he's sitting in the room doing nothing. If he up in the bed laying down, I mean, he woke up with 2 hussies at his mama's house. That was enough for me. I was done. I don't care about the rest of it. I don't care what he was just doing way too much. I think you have to actually log into this other one. I was trying to get it to go, but I'm gonna have to work on that. I think you have to actually, so I don't think it, unless there's a way to make it stream through here, but I'll figure that out for the next live. But let me see. We touched on Brother Minister. We talked about Brother Minister. We talked about Donna trifling self. We talked about Harris being back. We talked about Niles. We talked about Chippy and Junior. I can't wait till they have their other conversation, by the way, too. I need them to have that other conversation. This conversation was cool. Did y'all see how respectful he was to her as opposed to everybody else that he done disrespected? He was so much more respectful to her. That says a lot to me. But I just feel like it say a lot. Let's see. Hold on. Candy said, I wanted to think he was. Okay, listen, he been doing too much. He might as well go all the way at this point. If I'm Sonya, I would have been like, you might as well do it. At this point, I'm over it. We talked about that part. What else? We talked about Curtis, if he was gonna actually tell it, which I don't know, y'all. Y'all know Curtis good at keeping secrets too. So there's that. So I think we talked about pretty much most of the stuff that went down in the episode and a whole bunch of other stuff as well. I don't think we missed anything, y'all. I think that was pretty much it. But yeah, I enjoyed this episode. This episode was fire to me. It was definitely a 9 in my book. I'm definitely there with the 9. We're about to look at this ending one more time, y'all. For everybody who did not get a chance to look at the ending, I'm going to run it back again. So give me a second. Let me just get. Because we are certainly about to have to take this out of. We're going to have to take this out of the thing altogether because we cannot play this whole thing. But we will take it out. Okay. So I think that's it right here. All right, y'all. We're going to play this. Absolutely. Chippy raised in perspectives always do. Absolutely. But, he been disrespecting everybody else. But I feel like he didn't pull that mess with Chippy. Besides when he pulled back from her talking about he didn't want to be touched. I thought Chippy was going to slap him like she did that time when he was in Jamaica. But I think she respected him enough not to go there this time. Let me see. Once the Roman news breaks, Low in London yes, that's what I said too. Remember, I said that relationship is over. He tried to flex. If I'm Roman, I'm coming back and been like, now Ninja, I'm a Duncan. What? Say something else. Can I say this, y'all, before I play this scene though? Look, why was everybody having so much energy against Roman, as if Brandon wasn't the mix up in this whole situation, as if Brandon has not been doing dirt all this time. Y'all trying to act like y'all nephew and y'all son is a poster child when he been doing stuff. What is wrong with them? I was so upset with them. I was like yelling through the TV, y'all, like, what are y'all doing? Like, why are we having all of this energy for Roman? Like, Roman literally didn't do anything. Brandon was the one who went and got himself unalived. All he had to do was off Bonnie, and that would have been it. But no, you didn't. And now you the one in the dirt instead of Bonnie. That's not his fault. I'm sorry. Not at all. Thank you so much, Sas, for this essay. Is it Sauce? You know what? We're just gonna say SAS Palm. Do that stand for something? Because I'm curious. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Maybe they didn't see Brandon's dirt only. They had to. They know he stole that car. Like, LoJack, he brought the car right over there to them. He know that Roman didn't steal the car by itself. Like, they just in denial. They want Roman to be the one who, who was the problem when it's really like they both was doing stuff. It's so hypocritical. I'm so mad. We deserve 2 episodes. y'all. I agree with you. You know, I'll take 2 episodes anytime. All right, y'all. Let me play this one. Let me share it, and we're gonna look at the last part of the thing. And then I'm gonna take my behind the bed. Okay, y'all. So let me see if y'all can let me bring it in. Gotta share it. And then I'm gonna figure out how to get everybody to call in, y'all. Thank you, Lexi. I appreciate you. I'm gonna figure this out. They're gonna give me a month free. So we're gonna see if we can figure out, make it do what it do. And see if I can let y'all call in so y'all can talk about it, so y'all can go off. Especially y'all Donna lovers. I can't wait to hear what y'all got to say. I think I might have a team Donna. If I get this figured out, I might have a Donna versus Chippy, just so I can hear all the ways y'all gonna make Donna right. And all the ways that I'm gonna make Chippy right. I'm so mad. No, I'm joking, y'all. I'm so mad we deserve 2 episodes, y'all. Her precious Brandon couldn't do any wrong, right? That was irritating me. Appreciate you too. Oh, thank you. Deadly truth. That part. That's why I said Roman fit right in with them. Like Roman is like, I mean, he was made for this. All right, y'all, we got to look at the last part of the episode. If you missed the last part of the episode, we're about to play it. If you are looking at this on the replay, this will be gone because they are not going to let me play this much of it, and we're going to have to take it out. So, you know, it is what it is. But if you on the live right now, you'll get to see it. Here we go.
I'm not. But
Maybe she's just high off of the drugs that they give her.
it isn't unthinkable.
You're against it.
All right, y'all. So that was the end of the episode. So if you missed the ending, then that was the ending. Yeah, the nurse Steve Margaret is gone to the upper room, y'all. Gone to the upper room. Hey, it's gone to the upper room, y'all. I don't know. I don't know. I wish they had this like on this morning. I just feel like it would have had so much more impact. But y'all know I ain't never gonna go there. But because y'all know I love this show. But BET Plus really do be messing up sometimes, and I just wish they would get it right because I felt like in that moment I might have actually shed a tear, almost, maybe, possibly. I don't know just yet. But just seeing just the ending of it, I don't think you get the full effect of it per se. But I think that it was. No, what y'all think? Because now I got a lot more thoughts on my mind about as far as Roman and Rio. Like I already know the part. I know that this is their real brother. Like I know that this is a triplet. Like I completely get that part of it. But I'm just more interested in episode 10 now when we're supposed to see them actually interact, but I don't feel like they're going to give us that interaction. Man, I just feel like I'm about to be left on a cliffhanger, y'all. I'm just getting sad because it's only 2 episodes left, and it's really just hitting me. So let me see what she said. The nurse Steve Margaret. Okay. I will be, yes, listen, as soon as I figure it out, we gonna do this. When Junior had that talk with LC said Sonya will be able to handle Junior at the Hellfire. Junior said that Sonya is like, Mom, she right. That's what she said. Thank you, Angel. That's exactly what was said. That's what I was trying to repeat, that part right there. So I feel like this Junior that we're getting is not the same. So there's that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the live tonight. I really do. Tell us what. Tell us what. Tell us what. What do you want me to tell you? Did I not saying it took away from my 7 a.m. viewing. I don't know. Listen, I was up at shoot. I don't know what time did I text you, Candy, because I know I texted you, but I don't know what time it was. I think I was up. I was up super early. I think I was up at like 5, trying to make sure that I got my video out for y'all. But I needed to watch that and the other one, so I don't know. But yeah, it did take away from it. The season should definitely be more episodes. I think they could easily do 15 to 20 episodes, like real talk. Like they should pull a TP. I ain't gonna lie to you. They should pull a Tyler Perry and just go ahead and bang out them 20 episodes. But you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like we'll get 20 quality episodes out of this. I'll be here for it. 20 weeks. That's 20 weeks of the family business, y'all. Like real talk, I could do that. Because we already at darn near 10 weeks. That's two months ish and some change. Like I could do 20 weeks. But anywho, let's see. Any final thoughts on the episode? Anything that you're, looking forward to seeing? Any other theories that you want to get out before we get up out of here?
No, I said what I had to say, did what I had to do. Like it or love it in between. I love the opportunities. Thank you so much. I will just be in the chat supporting as usual.
Oh, well, thank you. And you are always welcome to come and hang out at any time. Just let me know and you can definitely come and chop it up again. I love our conversation that we had about everything. I loved your theories, although that senior cruise one, we gonna be on the rope about that one, but but I still love it because I love a good theory. Hey guys, do not forget to go ahead and check out the community post. I put a community post up about who's helping Harris. I want to make a video about that, but I want to use all of your theories. So make sure that you guys go and post on that so that I can get that video out soon. As soon as I have enough answers up there, then I will make that video about who's helping Harris, and then I'll tell y'all who I think is helping Harris as well. But other than that, yeah, great job, Lexi. You did an amazing job. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody in the chat. SAS Palm, who became a member. Thank you. And thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you always coming through. Angel, you already know. I appreciate you. Always knowing your stuff, always making sure that I be on point because you be reminding me of stuff all the time. 007, appreciate you. Candy Love, you my girl. You already know. I ain't even tell you. Ember, the other Angel, Travel Insta. I sent you a message on Instagram about your cup, but you haven't messaged me back. Message me back. Who else was in the building? Who else was in the building? 007, Ember. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. Kim, NLLL was also in the building. Young Champ, thank you for coming through. Down South Belly, I love that name. Thank you for coming through. Appreciate you. Stick Shift, thank you for coming through. Shaquanta, thank you. Lighten Up with Letitia, thank you for coming through. And you know that you're always welcome back on the channel as well. Just let me know. Sally LH, thank you for coming through. Appreciate you. Marva, appreciate you. Lamont was in the building. Appreciate you. And let's see, who else was in the building? I think that's all I saw for people who were talking. Kim, Renee Beckham, I forgot she came through early. Alexandria came through earlier. Thank you, I appreciate you. Tamika's Den came through. RC came through. So yeah, thank you everybody who came through. I tried to go back through all of the chat. Y'all know I like to shout everybody out, specifically Lemon Kush, thank you for coming through. RC, I think, came through. Karen, thank you. I appreciate all of you guys. So anyway, y'all, tomorrow we basically gonna do the same thing, but we're just gonna do it a little more formal. Y'all know on this night, I just like to chop it up and we just talk about any and everything as far as the show is concerned. But on tomorrow, we'll have the group up here. We'll discuss it in a little more detail. We'll go by it step by step. You already know we'll do it in a more formal format. And then y'all make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. If everything goes well, you never know who might show up tomorrow. So definitely make sure you come through and we'll see. But, if not, we're going to have a good time regardless. And once again, thanks, Lexi. And we're about to get up out of here, y'all. And I will talk to you guys later.
Bye. Thank y'all.